Hello! Hello, Team Awesome. Welcome to a sit-in of a mastermind session. Now, what is that? I'm going to tell you real quick. I'm here with, right now, three. Sarah Crawford and Lauren Brooks. They're putting babies to sleep. It's really hard to coordinate a good time for us all to be on air at the same time. They're going to pop in a little bit. But I'm sitting here. It's all my personal elites is what's happening. And we are masterminding. We are mapping out our month. We're talking about how we're going to generate sales. We're being silly because we love each other, and this is a sisterhood. And it's so funny. This morning on my time hop, it reminded me that a year ago today, we had a really silly mastermind session with all of these girls. Lauren was green. Andrea was green. Angela was green. Sarah was blue. Lauren was blue. In February, they both hit green. It's the month that I hit black status, and we just kind of joined arm in arm, and it's just Team Awesome is awesome. And so, anyways, we're just going to be chit-chatting. That's what we're going to do. These are my girls. They're my front line, and they are, well, you girls are really brilliant. You want women on your team that are more brilliant than you, and I've been blessed with that. So you can unmute yourself. Let's talk. Come on, coffee talk. There we go, unmute. Okay, so the screen might be jumping around a little bit depending on where it hears noise. Sorry about that, but like I said, you're eavesdropping on our mastermind sessions. All right. Okay, February. It's really, really exciting. I'm super duper pumped up. There's not only is the cruise starting tomorrow, not only do we have this kit that we can get, not only is the kudos, which is always fabulous in February, it's also like people are getting tax returns, and so they're not like hung over after the holidays, so people are more likely to want to buy, want to pamper themselves for Valentine's Day, and there's like all this themes, Valentine's Day themes, like there's just so much in our favor in February, which is why it's such an amazing month. So I want to hear from you girls. What do you have planned to generate sales this month?
What's to go first?
Ashley, I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay. So November I did the flash sale, so I feel like it's been a good gap of time. I'm going to do a big flash sale on my VIP group again. An idea from Molly that she did previously was like the one-on-one consultations and like makeovers, so I'm going to be offering that after the VIP group. So I'm kind of staggering all these different ideas throughout the month to help boost my PRS. I'm doing the tag team beauty bars. I'm trying to book a party almost every single day of the month. I've got about half of the month. Yep, half the month already booked up. So for the parties that I book from parties, I'll be able to tag them in for the rest of the month.
That's honestly something that once you have your first party, once you follow that training, if you're someone who parties, you have, I mean, hopefully you created a mock outline, and once you have that, it's straight up easy sailing, like copy and paste, copy and paste, Batman.
Every night, all night.
Exactly. Well, I'm watching a movie with Trav.
Well, you guys, I have to go get my daughter out of the bath real quick. I'm muting myself. Talk.
Okay.
Somebody else is going to have to talk because I cannot talk very well.
You don't talk. I'm totally signing for you.
I know. I sound like I have like cotton balls stuck in my mouth.
Oh. For those of you who don't know, Andrea just had surgery, so that's why she may not be chiming in as much as the rest of us chatty Cathys. Okay, so I'll let you guys, like February, I just remember, I keep thinking back on February last year, and February last year was when Bray hit black. February last year was, and it's almost like this, you know, you have November, you have Christmas, and then it's like January has a tendency, if we allow it, to get a little cooler, so to say. And then February happens. And it's like we can skyrocket that, exactly what Bree was just talking about, those tax returns, you know, people being ready to feel beautiful, especially when we're in the personal care industry and it's Valentine's month, you know, which is awesome. It's like just taking that and running with it. I think for me and my team and what I'm hoping to share, it's, and just really say over and over, you know, go in for events or parties or beauty bars, whatever you want to call them, and go in prepared. Take the training by the tag team, you know, take the video beauty bar training, or is what I call it, it's actually Cara Lewis Newton's method. I call it the video beauty bar because I think it sounds catchy. I like fun names. And, you know, go in and take the tag team hostess training, and then set up your mock, and then book, network, sell, sponsor, and do it again and again and again and again and again. And it's just, it's setting you up for, because when you're booking, when we book, and that's how I was just telling Bree and the rest of you ladies earlier, it's like that's how it worked when Bree and I, we'd never done network marketing. We'd never done this, you know, but we learned that party method, and then the booking and the networking along with it naturally came the sales and the sponsoring. It's a natural progression. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. You know, something that I actually just learned from a Black Status leader, Megan, she's really awesome. She hit in, I think she hit November. She was talking about how when she started, she really didn't have a market. Like she didn't have a Facebook influence, right? She posted pictures of her kids for friends and family far away, but so you listen to what she did, you guys, and actually Facebook has changed groups where this is actually easier for us to do. And LuLaRoe, which we all know everybody goes crazy over, they do their parties in groups, but a lot of them just keep adding and adding and adding people to groups and do their events in the groups. Well, this is what she did when she started with Younique. Actually, today is her 2-year anniversary. She started a group, and then she had all of her parties within that group, and this is the way she kept her market, and she kept growing her market. And now Facebook groups, if you have a VIP group, you can totally do this. I know Sarah Crawford, she's not here right now, but she's doing this. She's having her events and her parties within her group. And so the hostess adds all of her friends to your group, because you have to be in the group to see the event, to be a part of the party. Past customers can order in that party if it's time for them to reorder. But it's a way for you to grow and grow and grow your market, which is super important. And what I'm doing this month is it's November was crazy busy for me, crazy high PRS. Well, it's been 3 months since November. It's time to reorder. So I am following up like a mad woman with all of my crazy sales from November. I am having, in my VIP group, I'm having custom your makeup bag for Valentine's Day, whatever. I haven't figured out the exact gist of it, where I'm going to pick a lady every single day, and we're going to help customize her palettes towards her. In my VIP group, I'm going to have lots of flash sales. I have 4 parties booked throughout the month. I'm going to have more. That's not enough for me. And it's just, I'm, you know, posting on my wall. There's so much in our favor this month. I'm really, really excited. So that's Bree's plan, friends.
What I was going to say was the whole having parties within your group, and that's exactly what my girls, we talked about that last month. So all my girls are going to be incorporating that in this month as well, but they've been prepping all of January for that February. So
it's awesome.
I super love the idea. I'm curious how you would go about, because the way that I would want to have it is for a week, me personally have no less than 5 parties going at a time.
Right.
So I'm curious if you're having them in your VIP. I guess just not. Actually, you know what? Oh, I actually heard recently from another, I'm in a running group with other purples, Running to Black, and she was talking about how she knows a woman who gets 8 hostesses all in one event, and she doesn't give the link to order at all. So when you're ready to order, you have to contact her. So that definitely initiates connection. It also initiates the upsell because she can see what they're planning on ordering and help them extend it. Hey, okay, this pairs beautifully with that. Are you, ready for a new moisturizer? An example, if you're going for the BB cream and the powder. And she's able to not only do the upsell and connect with them personally, but then she can give the link to the specific hostess who it may be. So you could totally have, and in fact, that would probably cut down on time too, because if you're doing 5 parties a week, you're only needing to post 1.
I like that. I'm in a lot of the LuLaRoe groups where they do the parties in the groups, or the events, so it's notifications all the time. So
Right.
I would imagine if you're in someone's group who did a lot of parties like we do, your thing's just, you're like, okay, God, just remove me. So I think that's a really great idea.
My concern then would be if you have an example, I combine the tag team party peeps with the video beauty bar.
Mhm.
And if you have your party method and then each week you're, recycling this with a whole new 5 hostesses, then everyone's seeing the same material. Unlike LuLaRoe, where they have new outfits, they have new collections coming in, new prints. So it is a little different on that, and I'd be curious to brainstorm how to not get people like, okay, this is like week 5, Angela.
True. You
You have to be always like really conscious of that. I just thought it was a really great way, and with Facebook events, which the events within groups that I'm trying to utilize more for Team Awesome. It's really great because it stays, like when you're mobile, it stays up in the top. So you can see it, so you can be reminded of it. So I've been trying to utilize that within Team Awesome for training events or things that I think are really fun or important or something. But I feel like there's a way within our VIP group, if you're having 5 parties a week, obviously they all should not be within your VIP group because you're going to really piss everybody off. But for one or something like that's a really great idea.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, everybody.
Oh my gosh, so long.
It has been forever since you've done one of these. Oh my gosh, it's literally been a year since our last one.
1 year.
That's so crazy.
You were the status presenter. 1 year.
That's so awesome.
Absolutely crazy.
Okay, quick, because this is the way Angela's brain works. It goes away. I love you so much. I'm so happy to see you. It jumps out of my head if I don't say something. And it may have already done it. Hold on. Oh, no. Okay, Bree was, I want that. Tiny. Dude, you could have 20 parties a month, all in your VIP, because you're only having 1 party, and you put 20 hostesses in it, and you have 1 party. So then all of their guests message you, and you say, who is your hostess? They're going to tell you. You give them the right link. You only have to do 1 party a month in your VIP. You can condense to 1 flippin' party a month.
That's brilliant. Okay, I'm going to catch Sarah up real quick. So, Sarah, we're talking about, and me and you talked about this last week, having parties within your VIP group, right? So just constantly adding those guests and them adding their guests to your VIP group, and then because you can do events within your group, having your events in there. And Ange talked about an idea that's coming from her Purple to Black running group, where she has 1 part, like say she's actually having like 20 hostesses a week. Well, she's only having 1 event within her group, so she's sharing all the same information and stuff, so not overwhelming any. And then when people go to order, they say who their hostess is, and that's the link that they get.
Oh, nice. No, I like it.
That's pretty crafty right there.
I like it.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Yeah, that's really great. So Sarah, tell us what is your plans for generating your personal sales next month?
Okay, so
Really quick. I'm leaving. This poor person needs to go take painkillers and go try to swallow some soup for dinner. So I hope you guys have so much fun.
we love you.
Bye.
Bye. Poor Andrea. You guys, Andrea got her andnoids and her tonsils out like a week ago. She's not really working, but she still wanted to be here because she's such a rock star in Team Awesome. So, bye, Andrea. Okay, so continue on, Sarah.
Okay, so I am running. So far I have 20 parties booked for February, which is a lot for me. I'm doing it using, I have postmypartyapp.com, which is obviously, I think most people know it by this point, but it's a party scheduler. That's the only way. I think everybody knows now that I have a little baby. He's 9 weeks old today. So running them just like rogue is nearly impossible. So yes, I got 20 hostesses, and then what I'm doing is, Bree, you already mentioned it, but I'm not doing a battle of the hostesses where I like solicit as battle of the hostesses. What I'm doing is I guess you could say involuntarily, am adding my girls. So everybody who's a hostess this week, like I have 8 parties that start in the morning. So I took all those hostesses, and this week I added them all to my VIP group at the same time. I tagged them in a post saying, hey, meet your other girls that you are now surprised in a competition with. So I kind of made it like an additional benefit to the party, not like, because I think when we solicit for Battle of the Hostesses, a lot of people get confused. Like, A, they probably don't know what the heck we're talking about, or it might just sound like work, whereas if you do it inadvertently, like I did, it kind of sounds like an additional benefit to their opportunity to get free stuff. So the hostess this week, who has the most sales, she's getting a set of her choice of lip products. She's either getting 3 lipsticks, 3 lip glosses, or 3 lip stains, whatever she wants, and it's just adding that huge benefit. So my girls, what it's doing is it's creating this healthy competition, because they're seeing each other inside the group, they're seeing each other tagged inside the group, and it's all of a sudden it's like this, okay, this is on. So they're taking the parties more seriously, and it was my antidote for women who hostess for us, and then they almost feel like they're doing us a favor, which is a huge problem that I found in parties, is when a hostess feels like she's doing you a favor, she doesn't really work. She thinks that she's there for you, and so she's not really working it. So when I have them all, like I said, kind of like surprise, this added benefit. So I do a hostess coaching video that I send to everybody, and at the very end, that's what I say, is I'm kind of like, surprise, this is this additional benefit to your party that I'm running. And so I've had really great response. All of my hostesses are taking their coaching, they're posting on their walls like a week beforehand, they're inviting everybody through Messenger, they're like, hey, do you have any great wording that I can use? I'm just getting really high quality engaged hostesses, whereas before it kind of felt like you were always like pulling really hard on them. So 20 hostesses, like I said, doing that. And then I still do sponsored posts. Just I throw a certain dollar amount out there and just see, hey, if it does something cool, if it doesn't, it's no loss to me. So I just kind of I have that as part of my like budget every month. So that is how I'm getting my PRS. But I think the bread and butter this month is going to be those 20 parties and those super amped up hostesses that are now like they're going to add their people into the VIP groups, and those people order from me and all that stuff. So I think I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be great.
That's awesome. That's super awesome. That's a really wonderful idea. This is why I get on pins and needles the night before Kudos is announced, because we can't plan to market, right? We can't plan Kudos. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, because you're my girls, there was a post from Tori in our the Black Status Corporate Run group today, that the original Kudos they had planned to launch tonight or tomorrow morning or whatever, it was some sort of a kit, right? So it was probably some sort of a bag. They didn't tell us what it was, but they had problems with the manufacturers. The machine that was using to make a bag, I'm assuming, broke twice. So they, last minute this afternoon, had to cancel what was supposed to be Kudos for tomorrow morning and bring on Kudos that they had been planning for another stellar month. And they're equally as excited. She hinted that it's going to complement the kit that everybody's buying tonight. Super. And then the Kudos that was originally planned for February is going to be now in March or April, depending on the manufacturer hiccups. So I'm like even more excited now. And that's kind of like the anticipation and the excitement about. It's crazy.
Can I put a side note? Hey, Trav, do you love me? He loves me. Honey, will you do me a favor? Would you go get me that purple bag over there? You guys. Ooh. Okay.
Are you going to show it off? Do you have it?
Because I have to tell you. So one of my women who chose to get the welcome back kit because it's so flippin' fabulous, she had decided that Younique just it may not be for her, and that's okay. It's not for everyone as a business, and that's okay. But I got the bag out of it. But I want to tell you something. Okay, this is leather. Can you see this?
Yeah.
On the bottom? It is the most sturdy, like, durable. Look at the inside of this.
Oh, it's pink.
It's gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. It is. I have a what are those things called? What's the one that I have? Yes. I love my Lucy bag. I'm going to say this with the utmost adoration for Lucy bags. This bag's better. Oh my gosh. And you guys, people pay $75 for that Lucy bag. This is a better quality bag that has Younique zippers. Can you see that?
Ooh.
Can you see the Younique zippers? It has Younique zippers on it, and it comes with all this stuff. I'm like, I'm half tempted, in all honesty, to go ahead, even though I have the bag. And it comes with the Blitz cards and the. I'm still tempted to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy myself.
You have to go ahead and get another one because you might have one of your girls that might not be able to get one, and then you can give it to her.
Or, next year when my babies have thoroughly destroyed this one, I might need another bag. You don't know.
That is so awesome. Okay, so now I want to talk leaders. Oh, look, all three of you are running for Black next month. How convenient I have you all in the same place. All right, so the thing is, which is the most amazing part of this company, which I feel like I didn't know going in that being a birth doula was going to be a benefit selling makeup and growing a team in direct sales. I had no idea. I was just doing this because I wanted to be like my friend Jess, and I didn't want to worry about money anymore, But looking back, I can see, being a birth doula and empowering women during their birthing time is something that is inherently inside of me, right? It's just something that speaks to me, right? I'm good at empowering people. So as far as my leadership goes, hindsight, I can look back and be like, oh, this was a benefit. This was a benefit. I'm good at this. This was a benefit. I want to talk to you guys about your leadership. What are you doing to support your leaders who are running for green in February?
Who are you looking at first this time?
You. I'm looking at you right now, I guess.
Supporting my leaders. When Amber sent out her messages the other day, that was like, oh my God. So that made me feel really important. So that was something that I did. I reached down deep, went in a couple generations. I picked up a bunch of leaders, and I messaged all of them, and I spoke with all of my girls who are running for Elite to requalify for Elite this month. I like how Brittany Kaplan did her run for Black, how she spotlighted all the girls who were running. So I have been made a group chat with my girls. I'm getting them involved with trainings in the team, just really boosting up their spirits. And yeah, we're going to be cheering like rock stars all month long.
Yeah, that's what it's about. That's the most beautiful thing about Younique that I discovered coming in is it's a circle, right? And, when we all started, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but what I knew is I wanted you guys to do super good. I wanted you guys to see, because you chose me as your sponsor, I wanted you to see what I saw in this company and this opportunity. And so I almost like the navigator, I was holding the torch in the middle of the night, look, I got to find all the information and give them all the tools and find all the good stuff, because we don't know what we're doing. And that was an empowerment of being there with them, with you guys while you did that. It's a really beautiful thing. And, mapping is amazing because, like I said, the circle of this business is that if you want your paycheck to grow, then you focus on their paychecks growing. Your girls have to be successful or you're not successful. And so it's such a beautiful, selfless, gorgeous way to conduct and live your life. is focusing on others. And then in the end, it ends up success for yourself, which is just, it's still mind-boggling to me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
For me, actually, I am in a position where, very similar to Bree, where you had a bunch of very independent, go-getting leaders on your hands. So there wasn't actually a whole lot of hand-holding or, that needed to happen. We knew what we want. We set our sights on it. We were all working our business and sharing with each other on the team pages and whatnot. But we were going for our goals. And I think I'm in the same position, being able to help the women who are running for elite or to maintain elite succeed. They're very independent and they are very capable. And so I think there's a whole lot of cheering on, at that point, just like you were saying with Brittany's doing, cheering on. I remember we did a few months back, I think it was the month that Amy hit, we did painting our nails green for them and their goals of hitting green. Yay!
oh,
But yeah, a whole lot of just cheering on and being there if they need you, just being proud of their successes and because I'll tell you what, they're go-getters. They're going to get it. I don't know that they need me. Just some Angela love and let them know, like you are just amazing. Like they're amazing. And
you know what? Sometimes people need to be told, kind of like what happened this morning, or was it yesterday morning, with Amber. She just learned mapping, and so she's really big. So she's really focusing on like getting me to Black Status 1. So she's looking at all of her first through thirds, and so she's looking. And when you have like a team of 60,000 people, it's not easy to look in your back office, you guys. They're working on it, but it's not easy. And she contacted Ashley and Angela and Sarah, and she's like, oh, Black in February. And Ashley's just like, oh, because maybe you just needed somebody to say like, hey, this can happen. I've seen your team. This can happen. And what that does for your heart and your confidence is amazing. And you're like, oh my gosh, this could happen, And then we do the same for our girls because what she did, is a duplicable action.
Absolutely. That's exactly what happened with Daniela last month. They told her, I reached out to her at the beginning of the month. They said, you are going to be pink by the end of this month. And she said, I am. Yep, you are. And guess what? She hit. It's not even the end of the month yet. No doubt that she was going to do it. And I think that it feels good. You need to know that it's not just you who believes in you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes they just need to know that you see that leader in them that they're not quite sure that they have yet.
Right, because, leadership is a really great thing. So I do this all the time because I always look for really great images and quotes, right? And so the other day, I was looking for an image to post when I called all of you guys out, right? I'm sorry for doing that, but I had to. I called you guys all out in that post saying they're running for Black in February. So I was looking for a good image, and I typed it into Google, and I wanted to copy and save every single thing. So if you have a chance, type in Google image and type in, what did I type in? Leadership together. Leadership together. I'm pretty sure that's what I typed in. And it's the most, I just sat there for 10 minutes reading all of these quotes. And let me tell you what, leadership is not power. It's not power. It's empower. All of the great leaders of our time had a team or assistants or people around them that were brilliant, and they knew they were brilliant, and they walked arm in arm, and that's just the truth. Leadership is not a powerful thing. It's an empower the women around you, and it feels so good. But not everybody comes into our job with that mindset. It's really easy, especially some of us that come in with we already have these big personalities, right? It's really easy for that to be overpowering, you know. And Sarah, you are so brilliant at servant leadership. Like, seriously, you are so brilliant at servant leadership. And this is what, you know, at Black Status Retreat, our mission, which we need to always go back to of our company, is to uplift, empower, and validate. And with, can you guys see me? What is my computer doing?
I
Oh,
see you.
Ange.
Let's see.
I'm
Andrew.
screen sharing. Ooh, sorry.
Oh, and just screen sharing. Okay, it's okay. I was confused.
I typed in.
So, uplift, empower, and validate. Now, in our mission is the key to success in our company. If with every single action, with the way that you're hosting parties, the way that you're posting on Facebook, and the way that you're working with the women on your team, whether that's 1 or 50,000, if your mission is to work in BAM and to uplift, empower, and validate, where you're more concerned with the size of your girls' paychecks than your paycheck, then you will be successful. And that is such a beautiful thing, and that is why I'm with Younique, and I always will be, because I feel like that goodness and that karma just catapults this business up.
So our roadmap for Black, or whatever you want to call it, how we're kind of going at this with getting the elites this month. Amber did a video in December called it's something about pink campaign. Like, I can't remember her wording for the title, but basically she broke the entire compensation plan down into getting pinks, and every promotion getting pinks, collecting pinks. That might be what it was called, is collecting pinks. And so I was really, really inspired by her video, and so that's kind of what we ran with. And so I do weekly leadership calls with my pinks and above, and ask them, you know, basically we kind of strategized it together, but that's what we're doing. We're running a full pink campaign. So it's so neat. I love hearing all the different leaders, because you can hear how each of our teams work. Like, each of our leadership styles work, and our teams are also different, though. It's really cool to see, like, under one head, like Breanne, here you are, like our Black Status, and then, you know, however, each of the teams inside of your team work very differently, and it's really awesome to see different people's strengths and just how different our teams can be, in that women who are drawn to each of us are different. Like, we attract different women to ourselves, and so something that I would say that is my team, Team Luminous, is that instead of, like, I don't have a ton of, like, super strong heads, it's like this massive, like, grassroots thing where everybody is, like, super linked, super tight, super working together. So cross line all over the place. Everybody's really, really, really tight knit. And so I knew that a pink campaign would work awesome for us, because it's basically, how do we lift up, you know, our whites? How do we lift up our yellows? How do we get everybody to pink and then teach them to replicate themselves? The reason a pink campaign is working so well and why the girls are so excited is because, one, they're seeing leadership that some people see it. Some people can look at their team and be like, oh my gosh, I need to get this person blue. I need to help this. Other people don't quite see it, and so they're like, I know that I'm reaching for green someday, but I don't really know how to get there. So the thing that I love about the pink breakdown is that every person all of a sudden looks at their team, that they have like 10, 15 people, and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I could go green. All I have to do, oh my gosh, all I have to do is get these people pink. And it's just like light bulbs went off, like 350 light bulbs just like exploded in my team. And when people really saw what and how attainable each promotion was and how duplicatable, because that's the whole thing, is I think a lot of us got to green early and we were just like, holy crap, I don't know how to tell anybody to do what I just did. I'm just like, I hope that they make it, yay, go, go, go. What I like about the pink campaign is that it breaks it down, and it's not telling them how to do it. You don't tell somebody how to get to pink. All you need to tell them is we sponsor, and then we lift them up. You find your strong people, you run with your runners, and you get them to pink. So people's how they do that, and that needs to be very personal. I don't believe in telling anybody like a exact strategy of exactly how you promote, exactly how you sponsor, because that's our job, right? As leaders, we are there to inspire. We're there to, I always say, our job, we're not bosses. We are here to inspire self-discovery. That is it. Like, my only job is like, ooh, this inspired me today, or whatever. Just throw out idea after idea after idea, because you never know what that little light bulb is going to click for somebody. So our job is to constantly be thinking of things that could inspire people, and people are going to run with the ideas that work for them. So that's kind of the how, I guess, but the structure, if you will, of getting everybody on this pink campaign has been brilliant for my team, because everybody, like, my pinks are now seeing, oh my gosh, like, I'm not running for blue next month, I'm running for green next month, because I can do this. Like, I have 3 really strong girls on my team that could run for blue, because and so anyway, that's what we're doing. And I think that that team-wide run, where, like I said, cross-line, every line, all over the direction, like this huge grass network of everybody running together, has created a lot of momentum. That it just gets me really excited and just really touched by my girls and just how much they really care about each other. Like I said, that grass strength to me it's everything, and that's what the heartbeat of my team is like that. We are all on the same level, from purple down to white. Everybody's on the same playing field, and that lack of a hierarchy makes it really cool. So anyway, that's us. That's how we're running, and my elites are just doing it, like I said. So we're running a pink campaign, and I think it's genius, and it's totally not my idea. I'm just like, so I've spent my leadership over the last month breaking down the pink campaign. So everything for me is sponsoring. It's everything. It's like all these little things that are inspiring me to hopefully help just spark those ideas in my leaders to really run with what works for them. So yeah, that's us.
It's genius, because that's the way that our compensation plan is designed. And Rob Morris, who you guys are all going to meet, he's ex-Super Bowl champion. He's the wellness CEO for Younique, right? So he works on the inside and the outside. He's amazing. But they did an entire class about breaking down goals. Like, of course, we all want to be Black Status presenter, but Black Status 1, we want all of these big goals. Let's break it down. What are daily goals that we're going to feel like we're winning, that are attainable? Pink status is the first one. When somebody's just like, oh, pink status, and then they realize, like, I got to pink status, I can break it down, I can help you get to pink status. Like that, it's so important. That's just genius. I'm really, really excited. I'm excited for your team next month. I'm excited for all of your guys' teams. And can I stop for a second and just say that I have encapsulated all of your guys' placentas?
That is
me.
Did
I realize that we would all be doing, like, Makeup Boss jobs together? Absolutely not. But it's really fun for me to think of. I know your insides. I do.
Yeah.
Also,
from the inside out.
That also goes to show how far networking goes. It actually reminds me of what Sarah was just saying. She was saying how, there's not necessarily one path to attaining it. And I had shared a networking kind of training. I did it on Periscope about how, for me, it was the tag team peeps, and that is a duplicatable action that I can share with my team to help them take the step-by-steps that can lead and will lead to basically that roadmap. Like, what's the goal? Pink, right? And then let's lay it out, and then we can help each other get there. That's fantastic. That's awesome. The thing that was in that video was how maybe you find that you are an Andrea Hedberg, and that parties are not your thing. Your business page is your thing. Whatever it may be, Andrea's still networking. Bree, you were networking before you were even in network marketing, because you were expanding your circle, and that just shows how connections, especially when you hear people say, oh, I don't know anybody who would be interested. Like, are these placenta-eating mamas really interested in makeup? Guess what?
No, we weren't.
We are. As it turns out, we are. You would not think so. And Bree could have said, I don't know anybody who wants makeup, baby.
No, and it's so true. And, that's why, I know I keep talking about BAM, you guys, my Facebooking with purpose, but my whole point was breaking it down and making it really, really easy and making it duplicatable actions.
Yeah.
Now, if you apply BAM into all aspects of your life, I don't care if you're at the grocery store, checking out with the bag, or at the commissary, if you value and appreciate every single person you come in contact with every single second of every single day, you have the ability to be expanding your market. If you're bringing light, if you're carrying the light, if you are doing everything with a purpose to just bring joy and awesomeness. And that's exactly what happens. You know, Melanie opened up Black Status Retreat, and on the just ginormous board, right? I can't tell you the energy sitting in a room with all these women. It's pretty, and they're all so different. Every Black Status presenter is so different. We all have different markets. We attract different people. It's a beautiful thing. Anyways, on the board, the very first thing that we saw was leadership equals influence. And yes, it doesn't equal power. It equals influence. How do you move people? What light do you bring? You know, how can you change people's lives? I don't care if it's with Younique. I don't care if it's with makeup. What goodness and the domino effect can you do? And when you do that, when you bring people light and when you make them feel good, they're going to want to pay attention to what you're doing. You know? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's why we become better when we work our business. We become better on the inside. We become better people.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, I'm with you.
It's been my mantra because I think that what Sarah, what you just said, you were like, you know, we all of a sudden we just boom, we hit elite status, and we're like, okay, we did that, so I guess we'll do that. I don't. But there are like if you sit down and think about it, we can pinpoint these duplicatable actions, and so I think that's been just kind of a mantra this month. This duplicatable action is, for me, it's been be thorough in your party training, and then book, network, sell, sponsor, repeat. Because I've heard it before as book, sell, sponsor, repeat, but I feel like putting network in there is just so key. And before selling, because the people we come in contact with, they're not sales. They're human beings. So we need to book, network. Once we network with them and we get to know them, who are these women? You know, what are their values? What are they interested in? Do they have kids? Can I talk to her about her kids? Because maybe, you know, she just went through a crazy 3-year-old meltdown and it's on her Facebook wall. I can be like, oh my God, I can relate. Like, I feel you, mama. You know, you made a connection with that woman. Then you can sell, then you can sponsor, then you can repeat. And it's just over and over and over. It's such a wonderful.
Made that connection. You don't even really have to sell because it's somebody who's like, oh, you make me feel good. You know,
it comes naturally. Book and network, selling and sponsoring are going to come naturally. Book and network, book and network. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's so true. It's such an awesome thing. I mean, who would have thunk? Like, I've never done sales before. I would never done sales before. And you know, I mean, you guys hit green status at rapid fire speed. I hit black status at rapid fire speed. I went numb after I hit black. Like, seriously, I'm not even joking, you guys. I was like, what just happened? Like, I never set a timeline on when I was going to hit black status. It was just a goal. And so I thought, like, oh, it could. Like, I thought. I had all those positive thoughts. Like, I knew. Like, I was chit-chatting with Sarah and Ashley all month last February, and we knew it was going to happen. But after it did, the biggest question I got was like, oh, how did you do it? What happened? I couldn't answer that question. I had no idea what happened for that to happen. It took me months and months and months. Now looking back, I can tell you exactly what that happened was that I empowered women and I created a community and a culture amongst Team Awesome where women wanted to be a part of it and we felt empowered because we were doing it together. That's what I did. And that wasn't through feeling like everybody thought that I had all the best ideas. You know, it was through letting you guys know that your ideas were brilliant. It was through creating a community. And when your mission is goodness, so to uplift, empower, and validate, that's what happens, you know. It's pretty awesome.
So true. I think that's kind of like lately, especially as I'm preparing to run for Black, it's interesting that the higher you get in the company, the more like the motto of our company just becomes like, it's like our lifeblood inside of the company. And you realize that every action, every training, everything that I look at and put forward, that's the heartbeat of everything that we do. And when you really start to get it, and I don't think, like in the beginning, it was just kind of like, this is exciting, oh my gosh, I'm pink, oh my gosh, I'm blue. But once you get to elite and above, and for me, it was probably more like purple, and now I've been at purple, you know, for like 8 months or something. it's once you really started seeing it and you started seeing the impact and you started seeing what this company is really, really doing for people, all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, like I'm totally on the bandwagon. That's the whole like lifer thing that happens. And it's not like a creepy network marketing way of like we're attaining all this stuff and getting all this stuff. The stuff is so like a random byproduct that nobody really cares about. Like I love that about our company. I do not see any of our top leaders just flaunting a lifestyle. It's just like those stupid like body care stuff. They just flaunt these like perfect model bodies everywhere and like, ooh, get this, get this. It's garbage. Like, it's total garbage. Same with a lot of network marketing who just flash this, like, fancy lifestyle at you. Like, get this lifestyle. I love that that's not us. And that's why it does work, is because it's such a deep-rooted, like, core to your spirit and being of who you are as a human being. That's the lifeblood of Younique. And that is why I can be so passionate about it, is because it literally has very little to do with anything material, like especially makeup. Like, makeup, again, feels so secondary to who we are as a company, which is interesting. But it's like when you get into the relationship, and I realize how many of the true presenters, because yes, there are people in here for the growth, and there's, you know, you're going to have that anywhere, like anywhere, no matter what industry you're in. But the truth is that the majority of the top leaders of this company, their heart beats for so much more than money, so much more than makeup. It's like that. It's the networking part. It is the impact that we're having by being a light in our world, in that we're like you said, Breanne, like we're literally like a beacon. It's like I literally feel like here I am in my world, holding up this giant torch saying, hey, come to me because I do have solutions. I can help your life. It has nothing to do with you ever join my company, but I now am at a place in my being, in my person, that I can say, I can brighten your day, and I can be somebody who can make your life better, make your world better. And that is why Younique. That is why this is so powerful, and that is why we grow like we do and create the powerful leaders that we do. I was looking at a compensation plan of another company. I'm not ever changing companies. I was looking at it out of like sheer curiosity, and it was really interesting to me as I was looking at their pay chart how like the first like 5 levels make next to nothing, and then all of a sudden there's this huge jump at the top 2 levels where they're getting crazy bonuses and cars and houses and all this stuff that the bottom people literally barely make nothing. And they also make money off of their enrollees, the people who join the company. They make money off of them. And I was just realizing, like, looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, like a few might get up there, but the truth is that what it takes to get there, in the almost like it's the epitome of like a feeder system where all the bottom levels, like literally the bottom half of the compensation plan, feeds all of the top, and it's not evenly dispersed. It's like a total like hierarchy going on. I love about our company is the circle. It's the fact that I am not successful until I get my girls successful. It's the fact that as a yellow, you can make an unbelievable income. Like it's so personal into how you work your business that there's no glass ceilings at any level of this company at all. Like you can make killer income no matter what your status is, whether you're a yellow or above. Like I love that about our company. And I don't even really know what all I was saying with that, other than the fact that just the heartbeat of our company, how we work, how we grow, is why it's so powerful. And what ends up happening is literally the way that our company is built is to generate selfless leaders. And I love that. And that is why it works.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Absolutely. That's what Derek says. He's just like, the key to the compensation plan, you guys, is building first-generation leaders. That's it. They say,
no, that's exactly why they don't wait until exclusive purple or black to send people to unified. Mm-hmm. It's when you hit that, okay, I am a leader, I am an elite status, which means I have a team of at least probably 4 or more women, you know, that I need to start leading. You go to unified, and it was such a powerful experience. I mean, I was in tears, and it's like that experience and what I took back, spending time, not just spending time with Derek and Melanie and Shalene, but sitting in a very close, comfortable environment, hearing them share why. it was so, so powerful.
It is moving, and I want everybody to experience that. I'm so happy it's back in Utah, and it's every single month, which is just so brilliant. They realized right away after the first Unifieds where they took them regionally. They were like, no, there's something about the heartbeat in Utah and going to corporate. That's just a really special thing. Super awesome. All right, so let's wrap this up. Okay, so flash sales, Valentine's makeovers, super duper parties in groups, any other things that I've left out that we are generating sales, our kudos, which is going to be spectacular. In February, any other sales ideas that you guys are like super duper excited about?
Super Bowl is at least a couple hundred in sales, and after last night I went ahead and did share how I go about it in Team Awesome.
That was amazing. That was so amazing. That looks like so much fun. I might have to do that into my group. Individually, okay, then also, it's been 3 months since November. Did you have crazy high PRS in November? It's time to follow up. It's time for reorder. So I'm following up this month, booking lots of Valentine's parties. Is anybody doing anything marketing towards the guys to buy your sweetheart something pretty for Valentine's Day?
I know an elite status, Emily Barry, in my downline company is. She had a cute little bundle. They're cute. They're $15 bundles.
I saw that. Those were awesome.
They start at $15. She's putting little kisses in them, and so lip glosses, and then 15 and up. So it's totally not intimidating. You know what I mean? So you can go up. You can be like, woo woo, $80 bundle, but.
That's amazing. That I saw her do that. That was an awesome idea. I'm so excited. I'm going to feed my babies, and then I'm going to go to bed because my alarm is set for 3:30 this morning Colorado time because I'm getting my hand on the kits because the cruise incentive starts tomorrow, and it's on like Donkey Kong. It's going to be a really exciting month, you guys. I can't wait. The month that I knew that Lauren was gunning for black, I was a freaking wreck. I was a wreck, you guys. I was like clicking my back office so much that when I went and picked up my phone, I immediately went to my back office. Like I wasn't even like thinking about it. Like I just started automatically typing in Lauren's name because I wasn't even thinking about it. And now I have 3 to freak out on. I don't know how I'm going to deal.
Before we disconnect, I really, really want to say, because it's so, especially, you have Halloween in October, you have Valentine's Day in February, you have creative football, you have creative ideas that are left and right, and I promise I love being creative. It is like one reason why I have so much fun with Younique is I get to be creative. Like, so much creativity. I also want to say, just to drive the point home, that it's like this is our foundation, this is our bread and butter, and this is consistent parties. And then all your creativity is this awesome sauce up here. We get to have all that awesome sauce, but we maintain the consistency where even with maybe we don't have as much awesome sauce falling out of our brain. Sometimes it happens. You still have that consistent foundation of booking and networking consistently.
Absolutely. And yeah. We just do it. I had no idea. I was so scared the first 10 parties that I did because I had never done an online party before, but you just do it because I knew the key to success was to grow, and then to let them know that they could do it too. So, yeah, it's so important. I'm really excited, you guys. I really can't even put into words what's going to go on this month, except for I'm going to be like the shadow in your back office. Because I can. But the most amazing thing is that when you have such brilliant women around you, all you can really do is stand right here and learn from how brilliant you guys are. And you are. You changed my business. And most of my good ideas I got from you. So that just kind of goes to show the sisterhood that we have, because this is what that is, Yeah. All right. Okay.
Black February.
Black February. All right, ladies. Peace out. Lauren really got somebody invited her out to dinner. Craziness. She lost track of time, came home, her kids were crazy. She's messaging me, freaking out. She couldn't make it. But you know what? I'll probably have a chit chat and maybe we'll broadcast it with her later on this week. Andrea, we hope that your adenoids and your tonsils feel better. We love you for still being present because you are such a powerful, powerful force within our company. And Black February, it's on.
It's on.
It's on.
Okay.
All right, ladies, I love you.
Good night. Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.